Hi Ben, let's see if we can record this video because I think you are going to be the only one who watches it, but maybe not. This is the Apollo mission I was telling you about. That's the whole spaceship, and you see right here is the lander, but up here is the main capsule. Today we got Rodrid, Furzel, and Beauregard who are going along for the flight. So let's get this guy into orbit, and then we'll have some fun from there. You'll get to see where they go. Okay, so I guess I'll launch it for you, and then I'll come back after we get into orbit. So here we go. All right, we're off. Say goodbye, and I'll see you after we get into orbit, okay? Okay, bud, we're just coming into orbit now, and ooh, I overshot a little bit. Are we even recording? Yes, we are recording. Okay, good. So, I still have 1533 and delta V. So that's excellent. That's all I need. Let's get rid of that and get rid of that. Let's have a look at this. There's the lander there, and the main ship right here, which is going to go back and forth. This, the second stage, is going to push them towards the moon, and then it's going to crash into the moon, but the rest of this is going to go into orbit around the moon. So the first thing we got to do is get this guy a maneuver node. Don't worry, I will see you again after we're on the way to the moon. So until then. Okay, bud, I'm back, and they're on their way to the moon. Let's check out the map. Let's go back here, and if you notice, they are going to collide with the moon. That's not good, but that's okay, because now comes the fun trick. This is what actually happened. Well, something like this happened on Apollo, but the lander was all enclosed in a skin like the shell of a rocket. Now I can't do that here in Kerbal, but we can do something like it. So here we go. First we decouple, not that one, that one. So we decouple, and that's it. Okay, now we'll turn on our RCS and just rotate him around a little bit. Turn that off. There's a reason I'm doing that. Okay. You know, I wish that would go. Okay, now we will decouple this. But okay, and that sends that piece flying that way. Cool. Now, here comes the tricky part. Let's see. We gotta turn this guy around and dock him with him. Notice that we're all still on our way to the moon. Okay? So, turning back that way, and a very tricky docking. Set this target. Excellent, there we go. First we have to point straight at him. That's that pink circle. Okay. Now we'll head back in. Don't worry, we've got plenty of time. There we go. And we'll also click our little target thing. That'll keep us pointed right at it. Now we very slowly come in. Right now, as you see, we're going 0.2 meters per second relative to this guy. So hopefully he's going to go right straight in there and dock with him. Let's see, our video's up to 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes, and I don't want you to be bored. So you probably would like me to speed this up, but then I might mess it up. I don't want to do that. Let's see how this goes. Also, notice I've got some solar panels around the outside of the lander. That's important. I wish I had solar panels for this guy. Okay, hold on. Let's just slow that down a bit right as we get close. And if we do... wait a minute. There we go. A little bit over that way. A little bit over. And... come on. Go in. Go in. There! It's docked. That's always such a happy thing. Okay. So all 3 of our astronauts are in the capsule right now. They're going to stay right there. But we don't want our main craft and the lander to crash into the moon. So what are we going to do? We will decouple this part. Yay! And then let's back up. Cool. There's our lander and our main craft. This is just like they did it in Apollo. And in fact, for Apollo, the stage that sent them to the moon also crashed into the moon, which is pretty cool. But we don't want this guy to crash into the moon, so we're going to have to get out of the way here a little bit, and then, oh, not that way, let's go this way. And we have to do an adjustment to our trajectory to keep us from crashing into the moon. Let's get out of the way here. Okay. You probably don't want to watch all that. That's kind of boring. So, I'll tell you what. When we're in orbit around the moon, then I'll come back. But until then, I'm going to pause it. Okay? See you in a bit. Well, I came back a little early. I wanted to show you that this guy and that little piece over there are headed to crash into the moon. But don't worry, he'll be getting further and further away from us, and we don't have to worry. Where is the moon? Over there. We are going to miss the moon and go into regular orbit. So, okay. I'll be back when we're in orbit. Okay, we're burning into moon orbit. Slowing it down. I overshot the maneuver node just a little bit though, so I'll have to adjust that. The other guys have probably already crashed into the moon. I wasn't paying attention, and that'll do. I think we're in orbit. Let's take a look. Oh yes. What do we got? Oh, 24 and 72. Yes, I screwed that up a little bit. That's okay. I'll adjust that. I'll see you when it's time to land. Okay. There's an interesting view. We've got carbon and the sun and the moon. And everybody's happy. We're in a good orbit. It's time to transfer who's going to land on the moon from here to here. We're only going to send 2 of them. I can't remember which one's the... no, he's the pilot, he's an engineer. So we're going to send these 2. and that'll leave a pilot up here. So let's go with whoop, no. Yes, come on, transfer crew. We're gonna transfer Rodrid to here, and Frizzle to here. And those guys are now both in the lander can. Yay! And they're ready to go. Let's take a look at where we're going to land. We're coming around here. Now, if you know anything about the moon, down here is where the Neil Armstrong Memorial is, which I always go to, and I'm not going to go there this time. I figured there's another anomaly up here. Maybe we'll try for right there. There's a moon arch right there. In order to do that and save as much fuel as possible, we will we'll begin our landing burn way over here, and that'll come in. That'll leave the lander over here. So I'll come back when we're ready to do that, or maybe just right before we land. This video is already up to 11 minutes, 11 and a half minutes. So maybe it's going to have to be a two-parter. We'll see. I'll come back before we start the landing, okay? Or maybe we should just go ahead and separate these two guys. How would that be? That'd be alright. I'll show you what we do. Let's get rid of that. We just point to this and say, undock. And we will tell this guy to back up just a little bit. The lander does not have RCS. There you go. And Burgard is all by himself. And they're ready to land. These guys. So let's turn his RCS off. And he's just going to orbit. He's got plenty of electric charge. He's got a full tank, as you see up here. And we're going to leave him alone. Now let's jump over to the lander. Rodrid and Frizzle are there. They are ready to land. I think that we're going to have to do that on the next video. So, that way I won't have to worry too much. Okay, so until next video, Benjamin, I will see you on the flip side.